Ever wondered why Sigma males are often perceived as cold-hearted? In the world of social hierarchies and personality types, Sigma males often get a bad rap. They're seen as aloof, distant, and unemotional. But is this characterization really fair? Are Sigma males truly cold-hearted? Or is there something more complex at play? Sigma males are the lone wolves of society, independent and introverted by nature. They don't fit neatly into the conventional social structures that most of us are accustomed to. This independent streak, combined with their introverted personality, often leads to them being misunderstood. It's not that they're cold or uncaring. Rather, they simply operate on a different wavelength. These individuals are not without emotion. They are simply selective about when and with whom they share their inner world. So, let's set aside our preconceived notions and delve a little deeper. Today, we delve into the heart of the Sigma male to unravel the truth behind their icy facade. First things first, what exactly is a Sigma male? Well, my friends, let's dive right into it. A Sigma male is a man who dances to the beat of his own drum. He's a lone wolf, a free spirit, a maverick, if you will. Now, you might be thinking, oh, so he's an introvert then? Well, yes and no. While introversion is indeed a key trait of Sigma males, it's only a part of the story. You see, Sigma males are not just introverted, they are fiercely independent. They are self-reliant to a fault, often preferring their own company and the tranquility of solitude over the hustle and bustle of social gatherings. But don't mistake their love for solitude as shyness or social awkwardness. Oh no, they are more than capable of socializing and making connections. It's just that they choose not to. They opt for meaningful, deep connections over shallow, frivolous ones. They are the masters of their own universe, unswayed by societal norms or expectations. In a world that often values extroverted alpha traits, Sigmas stand out by not standing out. They are the nonconformists, the ones who walk the road less traveled. They are comfortable in their own skin, and they don't seek validation or approval from others. They march to their own beat, content in their solitary journey. Here's the thing about Sigma males. They are not cold or unfeeling. They are simply selective about who they let into their world. They value their time and energy, and they are careful about who they share it with. So, if a Sigma male lets you into his world, consider it a badge of honor. But this selective nature, this guarded approach to relationships, can sometimes be misunderstood. It can come off as aloofness, indifference, or even cold-heartedness. But remember, beneath that cool exterior is a man who values authenticity, depth, and independence above all else. Being perceived as cold-hearted might be more about self-protection than actual indifference. Sigma males, those elusive lone wolves of society, often get pegged as cold-hearted. Now, let's not get it twisted. It's not that they are devoid of feelings or emotions. Rather, they've got a fortress around their emotions. Why is this, you ask? Well, it's deeply rooted in their self-reliant nature. Sigma males are like islands. They thrive in their own space and enjoy their own company. They are fiercely independent, and this independence extends to their emotional state as well. They keep their emotions close to their chest, not out of indifference, but as a means of self-preservation. Imagine you're exploring a jungle, and you come across a hidden treasure chest. You don't just leave that treasure out in the open for anyone to find, do you? No, you protect it, guard it. That's what Sigma males do with their emotions. They are the explorers. Their emotions are the hidden treasure, and their reserved nature is the protective casing around it. This guard is not a sign of emotional deficiency, but rather a byproduct of their self-sufficiency. Sigma males are not the type to wear their hearts on their sleeves. Instead, they bottle up their feelings, tucking them away in the recesses of their minds. To the outside world, this can come off as being cold or detached. But remember, it's not about being cold-hearted. It's about self-protection. Think of it this way. In a world that's constantly noisy, with everyone vying for attention, Sigma males choose to lay low. They are like the silent observers, watching from the sidelines, processing everything internally. Their emotions are not for public display. They are for personal introspection. So yes, Sigma males might seem cold-hearted, but there's a whole iceberg of emotions beneath the surface. It's just that they prefer to navigate these waters on their own terms, in their own time. But is there more to this icy exterior? Let's find out. Society plays a significant role in shaping Sigma males' emotional responses. This is a truth many overlook, but it's a critical aspect of understanding the Sigma male persona. When we talk about societal impact, it's not just about conforming to norms or sticking to traditions. It's about how Sigma males process the world around them, how they respond to expectations, and how they navigate their way through the labyrinth of societal norms. Sigma males are often seen as the lone wolves of society, the outliers, the ones who march to the beat of their own drum. And while that's true to an extent, it doesn't mean they're immune to societal pressures. They feel it, just like everyone else. But it's the way they react to these pressures that sets them apart. Sigma males are not necessarily cold-hearted by nature, but they may appear detached due to societal expectations. Society often demands conformity, adherence to social norms, and active participation in social activities. Sigma males, in contrast, value their independence and solitude. They don't feel the need to fit in or follow the crowd. This can lead to a perception of them being aloof or indifferent. When societal norms insist that men should be outgoing, assertive, and dominant, Sigma males stand out as anomalies. They're introspective, self-reliant, and prefer to remain in the background. This difference in behavior can make them seem distant or unemotional, hence the cold persona. But let's get this straight. Sigma males are not emotionless. They have feelings and emotions like everyone else. What sets them apart is their way of handling these emotions. They prefer to process their feelings internally rather than expressing them outwardly. This self-contained emotional processing can create an illusion of them being cold or unfeeling. The societal pressure to conform can be overwhelming for Sigma males. They're often misunderstood and misinterpreted because they don't fit the traditional male archetype. They're seen as rebels, non-conformists, or even socially awkward. And this misunderstanding can lead to them being labeled as cold-hearted. However, Sigma males are anything but cold-hearted. They're simply different in how they respond to societal pressures. They choose not to conform to societal expectations, not because they're cold or unfeeling, but because they value their individuality and independence. They handle societal norms and expectations differently. Instead of succumbing to pressure, they prefer to stay true to themselves. They understand that it's okay to be different, to go against the grain, and to carve their own path. So, societal pressure contributes to the Sigma male's cold-hearted image. But what about their personal relationships? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the Sigma male's world in our next segment. In relationships, Sigma males may come off as aloof or indifferent. They're the lone wolves, the quiet observers, the ones who value their solitude and personal space. But before we dive into the depths of Sigma males in relationships, let's clear a common misconception. Aloofness or indifference is often mistaken for cold-heartedness, but that's not necessarily the case. Imagine a relationship as a dance. Most people prefer the tango, or the waltz, a dance of two, where partners are intertwined and movements are synchronized. But Sigma males, they are more akin to a solo ballet dancer, gracing the stage with their individuality. They are not cold-hearted, but rather they dance to their own rhythm. Sigma males approach relationships much like they do life, with a sense of independence and self-reliance. They value their personal space and freedom, and they are not ones to lose themselves in the whirlwind of romance. This might seem standoffish to some, but for Sigma males, it's simply their way of maintaining their individuality. Let's paint a picture here. Imagine you're dating a Sigma male. You text him asking what he's up to, expecting a response along the lines of missing you or wishing you were here. But instead you get reading a book or working on a project. To the uninitiated, this might seem dismissive, even cold. But for Sigma males, this is simply them sharing their world with you, their interests, their passions. It's their way of inviting you into their solitude, a place they hold sacred. Another aspect of Sigma males in relationships is their need for deep, meaningful connections. They are not ones for small talk or superficial interactions. They crave intellectual stimulation and emotional depth. They are not cold-hearted, but rather they are selective about who they let into their inner world. Also, Sigma males are fiercely loyal. Once they commit fully. They are not ones to play games or engage in unnecessary drama. If a Sigma male is in a relationship with you, know that you have his respect, his loyalty, and yes, his heart. In the end, the Sigma male's approach to relationships may be unconventional compared to societal norms. They may not shower you with constant attention or engage in public displays of affection. They may need their alone time, their space. But this doesn't mean they are cold-hearted. It means they are true to themselves, and they value authenticity in their relationships. Their approach to relationships may be unconventional, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're cold-hearted. It's about understanding their unique rhythm, their solo dance. And who knows, with the right understanding, you might just find yourself dancing along with them. The perception of Sigma males as cold-hearted is largely a misunderstanding. Now let's delve into this, shall we? When it comes to Sigma males, misconceptions abound. Their introverted and independent nature is often misunderstood, leading many to label them as emotionally unavailable or indifferent. But is this really the case? Let's start off with the most common misconception. Sigma males are cold-hearted because they prefer solitude over social interaction. This is quite a simplistic and, dare I say, unfair judgment. The preference for solitude is not a reflection of a Sigma's ability to form meaningful connections or express emotions. Rather, it's a testament to their self-reliance and ability to find comfort and contentment within themselves. Remember, folks, solitude is not synonymous with emotional coldness. Another misconception we often hear is that Sigma males are aloof or indifferent. This couldn't be further from the truth. Sure, they might not wear their hearts on their sleeves, but this doesn't mean they're indifferent. Sigma males are deeply introspective and thoughtful, often carefully considering their feelings and the feelings of others before making decisions or taking action. They value genuine connections and meaningful interactions over superficial chit-chat, which can sometimes be misinterpreted as aloofness. The third misconception we'll tackle is the idea that Sigma males are emotionally unavailable. This is a misconception born out of the Sigma male's preference for processing emotions internally rather than expressing them outwardly. Sigma males are indeed deeply emotional, but they choose to navigate these emotions independently. This does not make them emotionally unavailable. Rather, it shows their preference for dealing with emotions in a private and self-reliant manner. It's also worth mentioning that Sigma males are often misunderstood due to their unconventional approach to societal norms. They don't feel the need to conform to societal expectations of what a man should be or how he should behave. This can sometimes lead to them being perceived as cold-hearted, especially in societies where emotional expression is heavily gendered. So, what's the takeaway? Sigma males, like any other personality type, are complex and multifaceted. Their introverted and independent nature should not be misconstrued as emotional unavailability or indifference. They are capable of deep emotional connections and are far from being cold-hearted. They simply express and process emotions differently, and that's okay. It's about time we moved away from these misconceptions and started appreciating Sigma males for who they truly are: introspective, independent, and emotionally nuanced individuals. So are Sigma males truly cold-hearted? Let's wrap things up. Sigma males might come off as cold-hearted, but there's more to them than meets the eye. Now that we've delved into the world of Sigma males, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We began by defining the Sigma male. This is the man who doesn't need the spotlight to feel validated or successful. He's content with his own company, preferring to operate on the fringes of societal norms. He's the lone wolf, the wanderer, the one who marches to his own beat. We then explored the Sigma male's emotional state. It's not that they're devoid of emotions. Instead, their emotions run deep, often hidden beneath a surface of stoicism. They're the still waters that run deep. They feel, they empathize, they love, but they don't feel the need to broadcast these feelings to the world. Next, we examined the impact of society on Sigma males. Society tends to misunderstand them, often labeling them as aloof or cold. But this is simply because the Sigma male doesn't conform to societal expectations of how a man should behave. They're not the life of the party. They're not the alpha male leading the pack. Instead, they're comfortable in their own skin, content in their solitude, and secure in their independence. We also discussed how Sigma males function in relationships. They may not be the most expressive or the most romantic in the traditional sense, but when they love deeply and loyally. They value their partner's independence as much as their own, resulting in relationships that are respectful and balanced. Then, we looked at the common misconceptions about Sigma males. They're often mistaken as cold-hearted because they don't wear their hearts on their sleeves. They're not quick to trust or to let people in. But once you earn their trust, once you're allowed into their inner circle, you'll find a loyal friend, a steadfast ally, and a deep thinker. In essence, the perceived cold-heartedness of Sigma males is more a reflection of their independent and introverted nature than a lack of emotion. They're not cold, they're just different. They don't seek validation from others, they find it within themselves. They don't follow the crowd, they pave their own path. They're not antisocial, they're selectively social. Sigma males aren't cold-hearted, they simply dance to the beat of their own drum. So, next time you meet a Sigma male, remember, there's more beneath the ice. They're not easy to understand, but that's what makes them fascinating. That's what makes them Sigma males.